Yeah, another midweek game, the last of this stretch, which we are happy about. We're happy with so far how we've managed guys throughout this stretch, this very congested schedule. Um, Everybody is in good spirits today and healthy, and we'll be able to field another team tomorrow night who can have a large output physically, and hopefully we'll have enough quality technically to decide this game for us. Um, and it's another derby, the second of this year already. So it'll be an exciting match. A little bit different than a league game because it's really do or die. You're either one round further or you're not. So I don't think there'll be any tacticianing going on towards the end of the game. It's all or nothing. So as it always is, I'm sure it'll be a tight game, exciting game, and we're looking forward to it.
Recording in progress. Just a reminder, please raise your hand if you have a question for any of our speakers today. We'll start with Kevin Baxter.
Hey Steve, thanks again for your time. I was going to come out and see you in person today until Alonso told me about graduation. It sounds like it's a mess out there. Um, my question was, as you mentioned, it's a derby game, but in the U.S. Open Cup, it feels kind of like seeing United play City in the early rounds of the FA Cup. How do you guys look at this? Is this one of those rivalries where if you guys got together in a park somewhere with no fans, it'd still be really intense? Is it that much of a rivalry now?
I don't know. I don't know if there are that big of parks for all of us. Um, so if you find one, let me know. Yeah, it's a great rivalry, but it's a healthy one. I don't think there's a whole lot of nastiness or bad blood. Certainly, every team is going to do everything in their power to win tomorrow. Um, but it's a healthy rivalry, one full of good games. Both teams will not budge an inch, which is very important. Um, and I guess the difference of this game is it's being an Open Cup that it doesn't goal differential doesn't matter. It's about continuing on to the next round, and so that could change the end phase of the game, depending on the scoreline, um, in either direction. So we'll have to just kind of see how the game plays out tomorrow and approach the end phase accordingly. But I expect a lot of the same. I don't think either team is going to change their tactics too much. These games are never really about X's and O's. It's about making plays and in those key moments.
Thanks for your time. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kevin. Go ahead, Alicia Rodriguez.
Thank you very much. Hi, Steve. I had two questions for you. First, I wanted to check about the health of your team. You said that everybody was pretty healthy, but I wanted to check specifically about Teeth Blessing and Ryan Hollingshead and if they'll be available for this game.
Yes, both will be available for this game.
Great. Second, I wanted to ask about your preparation, your approach in terms of these knockout games. Are you somebody who, has the team practicing penalties just in case you need to, do that during one of these Open Cup games? Do you have your list of players ready to go, or are you planning to go by feel in the moment? Like, how do you approach if it were to come down to a penalty shootout?
You answered my question already, or your own question. Yeah, we do train that. You can't sit there and do it for 2 hours, but I think everybody should at least have that feeling once. You only get one chance in a game, so true preparation is only one penalty in training. And then we have our ideas of who we have confidence in. But in the end, it's about who's on the field, what physical state are you in. So there's still a lot from now until then. There's 120 minutes, so we'll see who in that moment is ready to take a penalty. But surely we have our ideas ahead of time.
Great. Thank you.
Hmm.
Hey Steve.
Hi.
Games like this makes the U.S. Open Cup a more important tournament. It gives the makes it a rivalry, and how much can it impact a season and a team for positive or negative? Winning or losing such an important game.
I don't think the U.S. Open Cup has an effect on teams' performance in the league, and vice versa. I think you really have to see both competitions as a separate entity, and for some reason, it does something with players as well. And there's in the psychology of if we are still playing well in an Open Cup, we can play well in a round of Open Cup, even though it's in between two poor games in league play. Galaxy's coming off some not so good results, but I know they'll be good tomorrow. And and it's because it's a different competition. So, what teams are doing in the league has no bearing what they'll do tomorrow in the Open Cup, and that's how we focus and treat this game.
And should we expect Carlos from the start, having him come from the bench last game?
You can expect that, yeah.
Okay, last question for Steve, who's also Olivero.
Hey Steve, question. You just won a game with last possession. You obviously lost 75% possession. Is this a winning formula now in Major League Soccer, and how does that impact your preparation for tomorrow's match?
I'm not sure it's a winning formula. I think every game has its own tale, and teams have their strengths and weaknesses. Possession is only great if you're creating real chances and scoring goals. If not, it can hurt you. So, for me, with our team at LAFC, it's about being well balanced, being understanding how to defend deeper and to counterattack, but also understanding how to build an attack and to lock teams in, to their own end, and have our offensive set up and block and to create chances, clear chances. So it's about being well balanced and understanding at what moment of the game, what phase are we in, and what do we need in order to be successful. And that's our approach to this game in particular.
And then, last question, if I may. You had a conversation with the leaders of the 32-52 early in the year. They expressed how important winning at Carson is for them and for this club. Could you touch a little bit about that? Not only the fact that we haven't been able to win there, but the meaning of this particular game if we ended up with a win.
Well, it's one of those games this wasn't on the calendar at the beginning of the season, but the other one certainly was. Once the schedules come out, this was obviously drawn in the last round of the cup. But those are obviously big ones on the calendar that we certainly want to win for our fans, and that's the only reason why. Tomorrow we want to win for our fans, and that means a lot to our players. It means a lot to our fans, and that's what you see when these teams play against each other. Both put it all on the line because fans put a lot on the line for us every week, and so we want to reward them with these special victories.